on the beat.
Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of On The Beat Podcast. My name is Brandon. We're here with the man himself, Brent.
Ah boy, what's up?
Boy, life here? Life nice right now, nah, even when I like. We talk, you and Destiny, I talk about relationship status, what it was, so.
Yeah.
You know, I remember, well, you know what, now we wouldn't get into that.
You want to get into that, sure?
Nah, me and we're
Sure.
the same baby, you know yourself, right? Don't mind what I'm gonna answer.
Exactly. Oh my goodness.
Alright, so guys, today we're gonna be talking about constructive criticism. As we know that in Trinidad right now, constructive criticism is not something that people could take too well, or is that people don't know how to take it. So, you know, we're just gonna dive into some discussions about it. We're gonna talk about it and stuff. So, Brent, you think that constructive criticism does provide an easier path for youth to develop themselves, or is like they're not going to take it well at all?
They're not going to take it well at all. It has some mature young people who can take it, who have the humility and the patience to actually take in some critics, right? And because they want to do well in life, they want to learn, they want to be wise, they want to actually succeed in whatever they are doing, whether it is athletics or some sporting activity or even academics, right? And but there are some youths, I don't want to give you a percentage, but there are some youths, you understand, who think that they know everything. They would act like, hey, I beg you know, I know that already, because youths move with a high-end ego. They feel proud of themselves. Some of them, yes, have low self-esteem, but yet their inner beings, the way how they are made up, you understand? God say, I call you because you are strong, because of the fact that they have this ability to believe in their own ability. Right? So it could be kind of hard when somebody tell them something and they think they know better. They think they know a better way of doing this, you know? And for young people it's hard because they think they done reach already.
That will kind of drive us into another part of the discussion that we're going to talk about here. So, you think that they would value it more? Well, I mean, I kind of answered in the answer for the previous question that I asked you, but you think that they would value it more, or you think that it would just brush off the hair like, I mean, you know what you're talking about?
It depends on who you are and the relationship you have here. Because once you have a good relationship with somebody, I think you would value their criticism more. You understand? If you don't know who is this person and this person come up just so and say, hey, don't do that, do this, do that, you know? It's like, who is you, boy?
You don't know this, you
You understand? Who is this one?
Well, I'm here.
All come all up in here and they say, you know.
I said, boss, I know what I'm doing.
But you have to build a relationship, especially with modern day or the current generation of young people we have. Build that relationship to guide them through. Don't come with it's all relationship and expect young people to listen to you.
Okay, no problem. Well, we're gonna take a different perspective here now.
Right,
we're gonna take it in terms of the leaders. So you think that leaders now would know how to deliver constructive criticism to young people? Because I know, like, how I'm the leader of a band, I know that when I see one of my players and I'm not doing the correct thing, I would stop the band one time, let them know, alright, so here we're going on, right? This section here, we're not supposed to be playing it like this, we're supposed to be playing it like this, that and the other. This is how the music is supposed to be played. If you play it any other way, it's not going to sound good. So we could try it again, we could take however long we want, but we have to get this part here good. If I know that it have people in this section that not going to be too open to that kind of environment, like stopping the whole band and addressing that section in particular, I would stop the band, tell them here's what. Well, take our 5 minutes, practice what all you need to practice. I would work with this section here now. So I think leaders now would take that approach, or more young people or more young leaders would take the authoritarian perspective, as in you need to do this, that, and the other now, or this, that, and the other will happen.
No. Let me ask you a question, seeing that you are a leader, right? What kind of tone do you approach them with?
Oh, that kind of depends.
Does it depends on the personality of the person?
It would there's the thing with pan. You can't really go into pan with a vex mindset at all. You have to go into pan with an open mindset. You have to be ready to take music. You have to be ready to take constructive criticism. Like that is the
yeah.
So we have to be open minded to everything. And yes, we do take the person's personality as well as their temperament into
consideration.
Consideration. But we also have to do it in a sense of urgency. Like, listen, we are on a time crunch right now. We have X amount of days before this performance. Right now, it is too late to be making these mistakes. I understand mistakes going to be made. I understand that. But if this is a repetitive mistake, and it also depends on the kind of mistake. If I know it's a one-off thing, like you're not accustomed doing it, okay, whatever. You do your thing. I just make mistakes and all too. But if it's a constant thing, then I will kind of take a more forward approach. Standpoint with it.
Well, I'm now going to say that leaders out there, they have to, now there are different leadership styles. And also your leadership styles go according to your personality, your own personality. So therefore, I have a personality that I could switch, I could be playful, I could be real serious or whatever. And there would be some leaders who have personalities where they are always strict. They always like do as I say kind of scenario. They don't want to hear suggestions. They don't want to hear your point of view. Right? You understand? And leaders in today's society, sometimes it depends on the industry they are into, because of the fact that the industry might call for that type of approach, that type of commando kind of approach, where my command is law and that's it. And then there are different industries that might allow for a slightly more relaxed approach, a more hand over your shoulder approach. You understand? You could do this, my brother. You could do this. That kind of approach. And yeah, so it depends on the person. It comes back down to the person personality, the industry, and also who they're talking to. So 3 things.
I mean, like, how young people could take criticism? Because I know I struggle with it as well sometimes. So.
No, I have led young people for, if I say how long, I might give away my age, right? so I ain't going to say that, scratch that. You understand? Edit that out, right? So let me come from this angle. Yeah, so I lead the young people. Hey, let's leave it like that. And I've learned that, and I am still young. I'm still young.
Of course, we know.
Edit that out too, please. And yeah, but on a serious note, while growing up, from my own experience, I will start from my own experience and what I see in the school systems, in the communities, and so on. From my own experience, I could be wrong and strong. You understand?
Yeah.
And I could be convincing in my wrong as well, right? If I know, let's say we are acting, and I know this is not the lines we're supposed to say, and I kind of wing it,
Yeah.
I mean, watch my lines go look so convincing, but the director might be saying, "What are you saying?" I say, what? But it sound good, didn't it? You understand? But the fact is, what I'm trying to say is, we believe as young people, we have that belief system in ourselves. It's like embedded in us, right? It could be taken away. But I think we will touch on that later. But it's embedded in us, and we run with it, especially when we get enough rope to run with. You understand? Yeah, so in other words, if a leader come and say, I believe in you, those words, you will run with it and try your best. You will put your best foot forward. And unfortunately, when you try to correct the youth, it all depends. It comes back again to the relationship you have with them and your approach to them. Because you can't come to them with a kind of buffing attitude, you know, saying, "This, come here," you know.
Yeah.
Come now, man.
He's a body now.
Yeah. Oh. We didn't say be soft-hearted all the time, you know. You have to know and read the room. And a youth will know how to relax themselves, be humble, because the last thing a young person will want to be seen as an embarrassment. They don't want to be embarrassed, especially amongst the group, amongst the team, amongst the class, amongst their peers. They don't want to be embarrassed. That is the last thing. You will lose them with that. You understand?
Yeah, it's home with that one. I feel it deep in my heart.
Yeah, it's better you take them aside and talk to them, right? For a young person to improve, I think they just have to swallow your saliva. It actually brings a kind of not relaxing, but it's almost like you are humbling yourself from responding, because young people are quick to respond to criticism. And that's why we'll get back. So who is you? And you know, I end up an argument. Take a breath. That's what they say. Take a breather. I'll say swallow. You understand? And stand there like a man or a woman and take it. And walk away with dignity.
Friends, you think that that's constructive criticism, you think it could discourage young people from taking chances and stuff like that?
I would say, maybe I should sign this as a quote: criticism can be a dream killer. It's all down to the delivery of it. And it could demotivate someone or people or young people who don't have that strength to push through. You know, because in their mind, in a young person's mind or whoever, they might be thinking, hey, I did my best. And then somebody come in and tell me this is crap. This is nonsense.
Yeah, boy.
Think about it.
Nah, for real. You're making sense.
Yeah, understand? You as band leader, it put down a good piece. One of the best pieces the band will ever have. And then somebody comes along and say, this is nonsense.
They're going to make me cry on this podcast.
It is a dream killer, and it depends on the delivery as well. You understand? Because some people think that they know it all. They study the industry and they have experience in it. And they are qualified to speak on this matter, to speak to this team, to tell you if you are doing well or not, and them kind of stuff. But they could also kill that dream because their delivery of that information to the team could make the team cry and give up, or make the team sore. Just like that.
When I use these words, I'm in the next band. Alright, so are we going to dive into a more personal question, Brent?
Personal question.
You can feel free to share if you want to. If not, then I can't do anything.
No, I just enjoying even right now, I just enjoying it just feels good right now,
Alright, so how has constructive criticism changed your life?
Woo.
It could be for the better, it could be for the worse. Just one time.
I had a rough ride. But while I get older, because I had to tell a couple leaders sorry because of my response as a youth. You understand?
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to storm off. Sorry, I didn't mean to respond that way, them kind of stuff. And as I said, it depends on how they deliver it to you, Criticism have made me reach rock bottom, and it have made me climb the tallest mountain. You understand? Because of the fact that now it's like I have the mindset where I'm here to prove you wrong. Because the one example I could give you, I was trying to get into tertiary education. So they're interviewing you, and the guys say, it seems like you don't like to study, right? I don't think you will do well in this program. And worse yet, my dad backed him up and said, yes, true, he don't like to study. And this was a year or two after I left high school. And I was like, maybe that slip you are reading, that was who I was before. This is who I am now. I know who I am now, and you all apparently don't know who I am. I had to actually do a pep talk in that interview, not for myself, but to the people who listening. And I had to prove to them right there that it doesn't matter what you all read about me, I know who I am. And because of that criticism right there that they bestowed onto me, I use that as fuel to push me through the entire program. And it had about 100 and something students started the program, the degree. I ended up to be part of the 20 something that remain to graduate because of that one comment that they hit me, that I was not good enough. Yeah.
Well, your personal experience was way better than mine. The most criticism the most constructive criticism I think I've ever gotten was when I first started to become captain of Cadets Academy for the Arts. When we first started that band for Junior Panorama, Cadets Academy for the Arts, we didn't have a handle on who would have been the captain. We didn't have a handle on what was the arranger we're going to choose. So eventually, through some of my actions and stuff like that, and I think with the relationship that I have with the management and Sangrani Cadets, how they have watched me basically grow from somebody who now starting to play pan to the pan player I am now, not to my own horn, but beep as a crack shot pan player. They basically raised me to be that player that I am. So I did become the captain. Did I know how to captain a band? No. And they made it very clear on the standards that I need to set as a captain, as well as the standards I need to set as an individual player. So I think that with that criticism that I had been given, I think that I wouldn't be the captain that I am today, the captain that would uphold the standards that were set, or the captain that would realize when something not right with my players. As a band, a band is like a family. That's what we try and push in quartets.
Mm-hmm.
And we know with families there will be up times where everybody up, spirits like when we finish play, everybody saying yeah, nice, we finished play, everybody getting along. But there would be times in practice when people would be frustrated. Eventually, tensions get high.
Yeah.
Altercations break out.
Yeah.
There were those times, and I think that the criticism that I had been given, that I tried to bestow onto my younger players, and I think that is like the biggest amount of criticism that was ever bestowed in that place. I didn't get the hardships that you had. So I think that it have completely different. I don't want to say that you're old, Brent, but
be careful now.
You know, I'm gonna move aside.
Be careful now.
But the criticism that you had been given back then, I think it would have hit different, like hit home more, because of your personal life and stuff, how you've been growing up, and the trials and tribulations that you had went through, rather than what I had gone through, which was just the stresses of being a captain. So I think that was the different like levels and the different aspects of the constructive criticism. But
and here's the thing, because I went through different type of criticism, and I saw what leaders did and how they delivered their critics to me. I learned from their leadership styles, and this is who I am today, because I choose to do what I think is right, and I choose to not take a page from their books as well, because I know it could do more harm than good. You understand? And I think that's why a lot of people actually listens to me. They will actually come running to me for advice, and that is the highlight of a leader, when somebody actually come running to you for advice, rather than you running to them and saying, get out of here. You understand?
Pull the Mortal Kombat, get over here.
Yeah. They come running to you for advice, and that is the highlight of a leader, where the student is not running away from the teacher, but the student willing to learn from the teacher, and the teacher is delivering it properly to them.
Oh boy, well, with that quote, with that whole statement, guys, I think we'll call it an end for the podcast today. Make sure you like, you subscribe, you share, like it. Tell your mommy, tell your grandma, tell your auntie, tell your stepbrother and all too. Tell it. Okay, no, I was not going to answer. Okay, all right, guys.
We have good families around here. Stepbrother.
Thank you for listening to On the Beat podcast. Feel free to share, follow, and subscribe on YouTube, Spotify, Facebook, and Instagram. Stay blessed, everyone.